Hi everyone, my name is Leslie Aguilar, and today we're diving into a wild combo focused on violent video games, pain, fear, and childhood experiences. I'll be talking about the 2024 study by Maximilian Penskover, Julia Dobb, Suzanne Becker, and Herta Floor, published in Psychophysiology, which examines how violent video gaming can be connected to how gamers process pain and respond to it, and whether childhood experiences are associated with it. Let's talk methods, which is how they conducted this study. In the study, there was a total of 60 female participants. In the experiment, they categorized them into three groups. There was 11 non-gamers, 5 violent video gamers, and 7 non-violent video gamers. The study involved three major components: fear conditioning test, pain sensitivity test, and an adverse childhood experience questionnaire. Let's begin with the first major test of fear conditioning. Participants were shown neutral images, but some images were paired with a mild electric shock. The researchers measured skin conductance, which shows how activated the body is, startle reflex, which demonstrates how much a person jumps when startled. This allowed them to see whether high violent game players had different psychological fear responses. The second major test was pain sensitivity. Participants completed a heat pain test. They were exposed to heat stimuli and had to rate how intense or painful the heat felt. They measured this by using functional magnetic resonance imaging and conducting tests of electrical stimulation, pressure pain stimulation, and cold pressure stimulation. This helped the researchers measure pain reactivity. Now, for the Adverse Childhood Experience Questionnaire, everyone filled out a survey measuring adverse childhood experiences, things like neglect, household conflict, abuse, so the researchers could answer if it was the violent gaming causing lower emotional reactivity or the childhood experiences of the gamers influencing their responses. Altogether, the methods allowed the researchers to connect violent video gaming, childhood adversity, fear conditioning, pain sensitivity, all in a single study. The main findings from the results were that violent game players reacted less to fear, meaning their bodies didn't freak out as much during the fear test compared to the other categories of gamers. They also felt less pain. For the heat test, they weren't as sensitive, and they rated their pain to be lower. The results also showed that reduced fear and pain reactivity was partly explained by adverse childhood experiences. Participants who had higher A scores were more likely to show lower emotional reactivity, lower pain sensitivity, and more likely to be heavy violent game players. To end off this video, I'll focus on some of the critiques. This is not all of them, but some of the major ones. Beginning with strengths, they used real measurements, and this was a recent study made in 2024, which makes it more reliable compared to older studies. Their multi-method design of fear, pain, and ACE survey created a more complete picture of the findings. Now, moving on to some of the weaknesses. This was a small and limited sample of participants in the study. With there being only 60 people and focused only on the female gender, it limited generalization. Another weakness was the self-reported childhood experiences. This may be unreliable because participants may forget or underreport.